Hey beauty babes, welcome to my channel. I'm Maria, aka Agape Love Girl. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today I'm going to be doing a tag video. This is the 15 fall questions tag. What a name. I was not tagged to do this tag, but I saw my friend Heather do this tag. I thought it was a really fun, cute tag, and I thought it would be a fun, quick, and simple video for me to film today since I don't have a lot of time and I really like the questions and wanted to answer them. But there's 15 questions that are fall, mostly kind of like Halloween, Thanksgiving related. I know Halloween has passed, but I still thought these were interesting and I wanted to talk about them. So let's go ahead and get into them. So the first question is favorite Halloween movie. Now, I actually don't feel like I have a favorite Halloween movie. I know so many people get so into, you're either like a Halloween person or like a Christmas person, and you get so into one or the other. I am very much so in between, or more so like I am in the moment type person. When it's Halloween, love Halloween. When it's Christmas, love Christmas. I also really love Thanksgiving because hello, food addict. It's really not funny, but anyways, what was the question again? Wow, I'm a mess. Oh, favorite Halloween movie. My point in saying that is that like people who are super into Halloween like get super into Halloween movies. And I feel like everybody talks about, which Heather, I know you're gonna watch this. This is no offense to you or anybody else like this. I love you guys. I think this is a great movie, but so many people freak out over, oh gosh, I can't even remember the name of it. I have it right here. My phone's freezing. Why? Oh, Hocus Pocus. Why can't I think of it? Simple name. So many people like are just hardcore for Hocus Pocus and that movie, and like it's a staple to watch every year on Halloween and are so excited for it. And while I think it's a good movie, it's really cute. It's not that I don't like that movie. I just don't get excited for it like everybody else does. Like, I think it's kind of overhyped. I think it's a cute movie for sure. I enjoy it. We didn't watch it this year, but what was really funny I wanted to mention was that like even my husband is someone who kind of gets hyped over that movie because like he saw that it was on like Netflix or something. Whew. Okay, sorry about that. I got a little interruption. Minimum day today, so my kids are home a little bit earlier and I lost track of time. I thought I still had another hour, so that was a little distraction. So I think what I was saying was that about the movies, that my husband even gets hyped up for Hocus Pocus, which I didn't even realize at first, but I think it like was coming on Netflix or Hulu or something like that, and he's like, oh my gosh, Hocus Pocus is on, and I'm like, really? You're into Hocus Pocus? He's like, yeah, it's like a Halloween classic or whatever. I'm like, okay. So for me, I don't think I necessarily have a favorite Halloween movie. I think if I can think of one, I really like the Hotel Transylvania ones. I don't know if those are considered like classic Halloween movies or anything like that, but I think those ones are really, really cute. When I was younger, I used to really be into Scream, the first Scream, the only good one really, Scream. And then more recently, I remembered of the Halloween movie. I don't know if it's a Halloween movie, maybe it is, but it's called Witches. I was watching one of Teresa's Dead's videos. I think she did like an unpopular opinions on Halloween stuff, and someone had talked about like, oh, Hocus Pocus is overrated or not. I don't remember anyways, but she was saying she remembered and really liked the movie Witches. It's the one where there's these witches and they turn the little boy or the little kids into like rats or mice and stuff like that, and I was like, oh my gosh, I remember that from when I was a kid, and it was so freaky. But that one, I think I would say, I can't call it a favorite because it's not like I watch it every year or anything like that, but I really like that one. I remember it from when I was a kid being really scary, and I would be interested to watch it again this year. Even though Halloween's passed, I kind of want to see it again. All right, let's go ahead and move on because that was a long answer to a simple question. Apple pie or pumpkin pie? I actually really like both. I don't know if I could pick a favorite. I actually used to not like pumpkin pie. I don't know. I like the texture, and I'm really weird about textures, so you'd think that maybe that texture would bother me, but I actually like the texture of pumpkin pie, but I sometimes feel like the flavor is a little bit bland, so I only really like it with a good amount of whipped cream. But apple pie, I really love apple pie, and I love the crust of a good apple pie, like oof. And apple pie is also really fun to make, so I think if I had to choose, I think I would say apple pie. Next one, Halloween party or explore haunted places. I don't know if I would want to explore haunted places. I think it's fun to like watch people explore haunted places, but do I really want to do that? Not really. But I love Halloween parties, like adult Halloween parties, let's just say. Like, I know Halloween is all fun for kids and stuff to dress up, and so that's great. I love dressing up for Halloween, actually, and trick-or-treating with my kids, although really only my youngest trick-or-treats. He's 10. My middle son did trick-or-treat a little bit. We kind of convinced him to go later with us, but he's 13 and my daughter is 16, so she just hung out with friends, and my youngest really was the one who dressed up and went trick-or-treating. But usually every year we have some friends that throws an adult Halloween costume party, usually the day before or the day after Halloween, so the kids get Halloween and the adults have their time to have fun and dress up and things like that, and I love it. I'll put some pictures on the screen here so you can see the last couple of years that we have dressed up for our costume party. I love just dressing up in costumes and having fun with some friends and having a little bit of drinks and just dancing and things like that. A couple years in a row, we did couples costumes with our best friends. One year we were members from the Shrek cartoon movie. So I was Puss in Boots, my husband was Donkey, our friends were Shrek and Fiona, and they totally went for it all out. It was so fun to go as a group couple costume. And then this year, actually, we dressed up together again and we all went as hippies. But I have so much fun dressing up, and I love Halloween parties. I don't know, there's something so fun and exciting about it. So yeah, definitely for sure, Halloween party is where it's at for me. All right, store-bought or pumpkin patch pumpkins. Definitely pumpkin patch pumpkins are so much more fun. We actually unfortunately did not go to a pumpkin patch this year. We didn't actually even get pumpkins at all this year or carve. We were just so busy this year between football. My son does football, my middle son, and my oldest, my daughter does field hockey. So between sports, practices, games, and things like that, being so busy this last month, we did not really do much for like that we normally would do for Halloween and things like that. So I'm kind of bummed we didn't carve or anything, and my youngest, my 10-year-old, is the one who kind of suffers from that. He's like, we didn't carve pumpkins this year, and I'm like, I know, I'm so sorry, bud. But yeah, it's always more fun to go to the pumpkin patch and have the kids go pick out their pumpkins, and even my older two, who don't super get into like Halloween as much as they did before, still enjoy, you know, picking out a pumpkin and carving it and us doing that together as a family. It's just always fun. Of course, like, we've bought pumpkins from stores before too, but there's something about the whole experience of going to a pumpkin patch, and usually there's like a corn maze and things like that there, and we can do that and find a pumpkin. It's just like makes it a whole experience. It's kind of similar to like, if this were like a Christmas theme, like going to a store and buying a Christmas tree or going down and cutting your own. Obviously, like, it's easier and convenient to just buy a tree in a store parking lot, but it's so much more fun. You create so much more memories when you go up into the mountains and can cut down your own tree. So anyways, yeah, definitely going to a pumpkin patch. Next up, a favorite fall scent. So my favorite scent is actually one of my favorite scents to like, I don't burn candles. I know a lot of people do candles. I diffuse essential oils, and doTERRA has this scent called Harvest Spice, and I love it so much I actually burn it all year, or not burn it, I diffuse it all year long, and I actually stock up on it because I usually only sell it around this time, around like the beginning of October, November, and it's kind of like limited edition, I guess. So I usually buy a couple of those so I can have them last me throughout the year, but I love it. It's like a mix of cassia or cassia, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, but cassia it's like a of the cinnamon family, so it has a cinnamon type scent. Clove, eucalyptus, cedarwood, nutmeg, as well as cinnamon bark. I could have sworn it had a little bit of a vanilla scent in there too, but it's like a very sweet, spicy scent, and it's just so delicious. It just totally reminds me of like fall, of like Thanksgiving, of like this you know, fall, the stuff you would bake and stuff for the fall, all the yumminess, but it's not too overwhelmingly sweet. And I don't know, it just makes your home smell and feel just warm and inviting, and I love that scent. So like I said, I diffuse that all year long. It's just my favorite. Next up is a favorite fall drink. So many people like freak out over pumpkin spice this time of year, and I am someone who does enjoy pumpkin spice. I think it's a nice, yummy flavor, but I would not say it's my favorite. This time of year, my favorite fall drink would be salted caramel lattes. Like, just so yum, and I wish they did that all year long. Now I know you could get like a caramel latte all year long, but like there's something about the salted caramel flavor, the flavor of that, the salt, you know what I mean? Like it just adds something to the drink. It just takes it up a notch, and I'm always sad when like that you know, the salted part is like gone, you know, it runs out because it's limited edition most places. But that would be my favorite drink. And then I don't know if this counts because I think maybe it's more of a Christmas flavor, but eggnog. Ugh, that's probably not a fall drink. It's a winter drink, huh? But I love eggnog. There needs to be like a winter or Christmas Q&A tag. So anyways, yeah, I'm not a pumpkin spice girl, I'm a salted caramel girl. Little salty, little sweet. All right, next up, Halloween or Thanksgiving. This one's hard because I do love Thanksgiving because all the yummy food, like in all the yummy treats and stuff. I feel like this year won't be as enjoyable for me because I am trying to lose weight and I'm trying to be better with food. So it's not like I'm going to be able to overindulge like most of us do all the time because it's a holiday. I'm going to try not to, but usually I just love it. And it's always nice to kind of get together with family and just enjoy a big meal together and things like that with like extended family and things like that. So I enjoy Halloween or Thanksgiving for that reason, for the good food and being around family and being reminded to be thankful for all the things we have. But I do really love Halloween because I love dressing up. And I love that we always do the adult Halloween party every year. Like, that's always so much fun. I feel like for me though, these aren't like extreme holidays where I'm like, yes, hardcore, you know, Halloween or hardcore, whatever. I'm just like living it. Like I mentioned in the beginning, I'm just living in the moment type of girl. I love it during the time it's there, and then when it's gone, I'm not like sad or whatever. I'm just like, we move on to the next thing and I'm cool about it. Like I don't know if I could pick a favorite. I just enjoy them while they're here. They're both kind of even for me. Okay, so next one is most loved pumpkin-based food. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, so what is there? There's like pumpkin pie. My mom always makes a pumpkin roll every year, which is my husband's favorite. He loves it. She came over, I think, last year and taught the kids how to make it, so they each made their own pumpkin roll, which my husband was in love with that idea because that means we had 3 pumpkin rolls. Actually, we had 4 because my mom made one to kind of help, you know, show us how to do it and show me how to do it, and then each of the kids made their own pumpkin roll. So my husband wasn't having, he's got a major sweet tooth, more so than me, but he loves pumpkin roll. Then there's the pumpkin spice drink. I don't know. I don't know if I could pick it. I guess I would say pumpkin roll because that involves cream cheese, and I love anything with cream cheese in it. So we'll just say pumpkin roll. Okay, corn maze or haunted house? I think my favorite would be a haunted house. Obviously not a real haunted house, but like one of the ones people put together and make it fun and scary. That for sure. Because a corn maze, that's fun. We do corn maze probably more often than we've done haunted houses because the pumpkin patch we go to has a corn maze in it. But I just like, they're not as fun to me because it's like you're just kind of going through a maze, and it's like, yeah, it's an experience, but it's not like exciting. Like a haunted house is exciting where you can go in and it's dark, you don't know what's gonna happen, you don't know what you're gonna see, you know. And I'm someone who scares super easily. It doesn't take much to scare me, like literally, and I think I've talked about this before on my channel, is that like my husband scares me probably 5 times a day, like, and he's not even trying. He just walks in the room and I'm like, ah! You know, like I just scare super easily. The dog will scare me. Like, it's funny because Lucy's kind of like me. She scares a little bit easy too. So she came in and scared me, and my scream, because I got scared her in return. It was so funny. Could not stop laughing. But anyways, regardless of being scared very easy, you think that I wouldn't like being scared, but I don't mind it. I think it's fun and exciting. So I like the jump scares. Like I think it's funny. So yeah, haunted house for me I think is definitely more fun, more exciting. So next up is favorite candy to eat on Halloween. I mean, the only one I can think of, because it's more specifically, you only get it on Halloween, and I know this is kind of an unpopular opinion because some people talk about how these are garbage, but I actually really love candy corn, and I actually did not eat any this year, and I'm so bummed about it. I actually saw, and to be honest, I prefer the candy pumpkins more because they're just a little bit bigger, and you know, I just like that they're bigger. That reminded me because I was actually just at the store last night, and I saw like all the Halloween candies, like, you know, marked 50% off, and there was this big, like literally 2-pound bag of candy pumpkins, and I was so tempted to buy them, but I was like, no, because I actually tried to stay away from the candy this year, being that, like I already said, I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to prep myself before my surgery the best I can, and so I try to stay away from it, but I would have caved for some good candy corn or candy pumpkins. But yeah, a 2-pound bag, I definitely didn't need that. I was very tempted to buy it, but I didn't. I was good, but I was like, oh, they're probably still there because no one else likes them. But I actually really love candy corn. It's not that I love the flavor, although I do like the flavor. And I've told this to everybody else who's asked about this because people are like, candy corn is trash. It's just the texture. There's something about the texture of candy corn and candy pumpkins that is just so satisfying. It's like very, very soft but firm at the same time. And there's just something very, very satisfying about the texture of them. But as far as flavor, it's literally just like pure sugar, honestly. So it's not like the best, and literally I could probably only handle about, I don't know, 5 or so of them before like I'm like, I can't eat anymore. Like it really upsets your stomach, at least mine, but I do enjoy them. So it's the type of treat that I would love to have around and just have a couple at a time, you know, and it would last me probably all year, especially if I bought that 2-pound bag. But yeah, that's something that a candy, I don't know if I would call it my favorite, but I mean, if I'm thinking specifically Halloween, that's a candy that specifically comes around Halloween. So I guess that would be my favorite Halloween candy to eat. Very unpopular, I know, but I just, oh, I love them. Favorite childhood fall memory. When we were younger, my mom used to make our costumes. I wish I could find a photo. I feel like there's a photo somewhere I have. If I find it, I'm gonna put it on the screen and show you. There's one that I can specifically recall. My mom had made our costumes, and she did, I have 3 sisters, so there's 4 of us girls, and we all had the same costume. I can't even remember, were we princesses or something? Anyways, we all had the same costume that she made, but we were each in a different color. So my mom making our costumes for us when we were younger, that's a memory that is special to me. And then another one that I think is probably the most special to me is Thanksgiving. When we were younger, we would always go to my grandma and grandpa's house, and this is a house that my grandpa has passed away, but my grandma still lives in this house, and every time I go to visit her, I think of this, and it just amazes me because her home, like as an adult, when I walk in, it seems so much smaller as an adult, but I remember when I was a kid, it just seems so big. So my grandparents have 6 kids, and so among the 6 kids, there's obviously lots of grandchildren, but as I was growing up, there were only ever girls. Everybody all had girls, so it was just all of us girl cousins. I actually did not have a boy cousin up until I think I was 20 when I had my youngest uncle had a son, and so I think I was like in my 20s already by then. He is just a little bit older than my daughter. I think he's maybe 4 or 5 years just older than my daughter. So anyways, yeah, so it was all of us girl cousins, and we'd all get together at my grandma and grandpa's house, like all, you know, my aunts and uncles, we would all come together at my grandma and grandpa's house for Thanksgiving. And so there was probably like, I don't know, how many were there of us at that time, like 15 or so granddaughters, and we would all eat our Thanksgiving dinner in the entry hallway of my grandparents' house. So when you walk in the door, there's like this hallway entryway, and then there's another hallway, you know, that goes this way, and then there's living rooms this way and bedrooms this way, but there is this entry hallway, and all of us cousins sat there and ate our dinner together on the floor and we'd talk and we'd laugh and we'd have our dinner, and it fit all of us little girls in there, and it seems so big to fit all of us. But when I walk in that hallway now, I'm just like, it seems so small. How did we all fit in here? But I remember when I was little just thinking it seemed so big and so grand, and it just, I don't know, I always think about that every time I go to my grandma's house. That's a memory. I always think about all of us girl cousins every year sitting in that hallway having our Thanksgiving dinner together. And just, I don't know, it's interesting, don't you think, if you ever look back to places that you've been as a kid and you go there as an adult, and how different it is as an adult to see it when things seem so grand and so big as a kid, and they just seem, you know, so normal or so small when you're an adult. I don't know, obviously there's a difference in size, so there's that, but it's just interesting how that is. But that's always a very fond memory I have of the fall time, if that counts. Okay, I thought this was going to be a quick video, but apparently you guys know me, I love to talk. None of my videos are ever quick. So let's go ahead and move on. Sweaters or scarves? Definitely sweaters. I live for sweaters, especially a pullover hoodie sweater. Yes, I pretty much wear sweaters or hoodie sweaters all year long, even in the summer. Not as much in the summer, but I do, because I'm typically always cold. That's why I love the summer, because I love the heat. And then scarves, I always think scarves are super cute. I always wish I could pull off scarves, but because I do have a bigger chest, I always feel like they just lay weird on me and are more so like up here, and I feel like I can't pull them off. They're so cute and look so cute on people, but I feel like when I wear them, I just feel like it's all stuffy. And then also I'm really weird about my neck, so having something around my neck bothers me. Like when I was a kid, I remember my mom wanted me to wear like turtlenecks, and I couldn't. I'm like, I can't like get this off my, like I can't have things on my neck. It's just so weird. And even, oh god, look at me. Even when I'm wearing sweaters, sometimes you may see me, if you've watched any of my videos where I'm actually wearing a sweater, you might see me going like this and always pulling on my sweater, because as it moves in a sweater, like, or just a shirt that's like that, and it creeps over to like towards my neck, I don't like that. So I always will pull my clothes away from my neck. There's just something weird about it. Like I don't know, I have this weird thing where I just can't like have something like around my neck too closely. I'm just weird like that. So anyways, yeah, definitely sweaters for sure. We're moving on down the line. Only 2 more questions left. So the next one is wool socks or slippers. And for me, the answer would be neither. Barefoot is where it's at. Like I'm someone who, I'm a barefootian. That's what I call myself. I don't know if that's a real word, but I'm a barefootian. I will be barefoot most of the time if I have the choice. Like I love shoes. You should see my shoe collection. It's absolutely ridiculous. But as soon as I get in the house, shoes go off. I love to be barefoot. I'm not someone who can sit around in slippers or socks. Like it bothers me. My husband sleeps in socks and he walks around in slippers, and I'm like, how does that not bother your feet? Like I just can't. Same thing like with the neck thing. I'm kind of weird. Maybe someone else is like me. I don't know. I hope I'm not a weirdo, but I feel weird because so many people like need to wear socks or feel weird without socks or slippers or something like that, and I'm just like, I can't, like it's almost like my feet need to breathe. Like I can't have something enclosed around them. So I'm like, no, none of like, I've tried wearing slippers because I think slippers are so cute, and just the idea of like slipping slippers on in the morning and walking around your cute little slippers and things like that seems so cute. Like the idea seems really cute, which is kind of stupid if you think about it. Like that's the reason why I want to wear them, because they're cute. Anyways, I've tried that. I've bought myself cute slippers before, and then I like never wear them because I'm like, I can't do this. I cannot. So no, neither of those. I like my feet bare. And lastly, favorite fall tradition. I don't know. I feel bad like because like we don't really have a lot of fall traditions in my family. Like, as far as like doing something specific. Like I know a lot of people do like family photos during the fall, and a lot of people do like certain things in the fall, but like we never did, and so unfortunately, and neither did my husband really, so we haven't really developed any with our own family either, which makes me sad. I always think that we should, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I have a favorite fall tradition. Actually did used to have one, not necessarily with like within my like family, my husband and our kids, but our family, meaning my sisters and their husbands and things like that, used to always get together for a family football game, and that was something I always looked forward to and was always fun. And yes, I as a girl participated. Normally it was mostly the guys that always got together to do it. Girls could if they wanted to, but most of my sisters didn't ever really want to. I was really the only one, and I always thought it was so much fun, but we don't really do that anymore. So yeah, we really don't have any fall traditions. If you guys do have fall traditions, I would love to hear about your guys' fall traditions. Maybe like I would like to start one. I feel like it's kind of late by now with my kids being 10, 13, and 16, like to start a tradition, but I mean, I guess it's better late than never. So if there's any fun fall traditions or things that you guys like to do, I would love to hear what you guys do. And maybe we'll start something next year. So anyways, that was it for this fall questions tag. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and getting to a little bit about me and my weird things / some unpopular opinions concerning fall things. Yeah, so anyways, with all that being said, I just want to thank you so much for watching, and until next time, much love and hugs to you. Bye, beauty babes. Mwah!